Today, I'll be breaking down Southside's entire production process for artists like Future. We'll be going in-depth, exposing hidden 808 techniques, melody source, and his exact master chain.
What the heck is going on? Yeah.
And to do this, I split this video up into two separate beats. One being his new mixtape Pluto sound, and the other being a completely different vibe which stands out from the crowd. So stay tuned, as I guarantee you'll probably learn something from this video. Let's just get into it. Alright, so for this first one, I'm going to focus on, of course, mixtape Pluto sound. And, you know, I was thinking about how I could approach this, but I realized that a lot of the loops I've created for Southside is kind of in this style anyway, so I'm going to kind of go off of what I've done for Southside and make something in that style for this one. So I'm going to start this one off by going to FL keys because we just need to get a MIDI down, right? A lot of it's around processing. It's just using these tension notes, like from it being a normal chord and just bringing this down. Just adds that dark sound to it, doesn't it? So now let's add some stuff on top. Something like that. As you guys are gonna hear, it doesn't sound great and there's a lot going on, and this is because I'm trying to get as many notes as possible, so then when we process it, we can really flip it. So right here, I've got a pigments up, and I'm just gonna paste this into the pigments. So this, of course, goes with all these patch play banks, man. Like that already. That's kind of cool. I'm gonna put a grid onto this. Like, yo. Already sounds pretty cool, right? Find another sound to put on top of that. And I'm gonna go to vintage again because there was some cool sounds in here. Like what? Like what? I did not expect that. So I'm gonna do the same thing, export it out, and just see how I can flip that as well. Okay, let's go up. Oh yeah, we can definitely flip that. We use the second part right here. Yo, that bit right there. Now I'm gonna go to a augmented Yangtze. I used this the other day on stream and it actually came out really cool. Like, we need to add that sort of string element. Right, come on. What is this Kung Fu Panda sound and stuff right here? Come on, man. Do you know what I mean? Oh, that's hard though. What if I just copy and paste that? I didn't even mean to. And now what's so cool about having these sort of plugged instruments in is just adds another element to it instead of it just being analog. Chuck it through a grid. And it just adds like another sort of texture to it. Now we're going to export that out again, do the same thing. Maybe stretch that even more. There we go. It's got a nice sort of moody tone that you hear in mixtape Pluto. Now I'm going to go to augmented strings because I feel like this still needs a little bit more strings. These beats, man, they've got strings and an analog element. So it's like both of them put together. I mean, that is pretty dark, actually. Let's start with some of the sounds we have in the MIDI. Just use these ghost notes. If I reverse that, what does that sound like? So now I'm going to put a shade box on it and just kind of pan it left and right. Oh yeah, keep it like that. We're almost there, to be fair. Let's just kind of mix down what we have so far. So I'm going to hold down command, highlight all these, and then right click these to like insert 10, click root to this track only. Now I'm going to right click insert 10, dock to right, and these things you guys can see where the wires is linked to insert 10. The reason why I'm doing that is because instead of having to EQ each sound separately, you link it to this bus and then you EQ the lows on that bus, and then everything that's been added to the bus has the lows removed. Let's chuck a bass underneath it. We need the bass to really fill in that low end. I'll probably just go to patch play and just grab a bass from there, to be honest. So load up another instance at pigments. This will be the last one for this beat, thank God. This is something that I used to always do when I was making loops for Southside. This is one bass pattern I used to always make. And it was this simple. You ready? Literally just that. That was it. Maybe change up at the end. And I'm gonna just mess around with the pitch. Now it's time for the drums. This is the part that Southside is more so known for. Drum-wise though, his sound has definitely changed. So I'm gonna show you exactly why and how. So first off, he loves using this Rari snare right here. You hear it in so many other beats on mixtape Pluto. When it comes to his hi-hats, there's another thing he does, man, is he uses the paintbrush tool. A lot of producers go like this. They highlight and they chop it that way, but I use the paintbrush and I just go like this. When it comes to hi-hat rolls, this is definitely some sauce. I've seen Southside cook up in person. I can tell you he does it like this with a paintbrush. Something like that. And another thing he does towards the end of the 8 bars, he chucks a little third step bouncing. It's around here. Again, man, another thing he does is on the master, he does this exact EQ chain. I've been copying it ever since I saw him do it, man. Brings the highs up here, a little bit of the high mids, and then a little bit of the low mids too. Okay, so when it comes to his 808, man, there's a thing that he's been doing a lot recently, which just makes it slap a lot more. If I just get a normal 808, let's just go to my habit kit, just get spins. What he does, instead of just being like this, man, he clicks clip and boosts the heck out of it. Does that sound familiar now, you know? Just hits just like the Southside one. And he turns it up like loud. Right. That's hard. Okay, so now it's just the normal Southside sounds that people normally sort of know when it comes to this production. And yeah, let's just chuck that in to really kind of finish this off. Let's get the open hat over it. Probably just that.
What the heck is going on? Yeah.
Oh my days. So this kind of reminds me a little bit like Brazier, which was actually suggested by you guys. So the intro sounds very like weird how it comes in, right? And this is how they do it. Of course, they start off by just fading this in. And if you're an FL, you can literally do this by just going up to this knob and just doing that. There's 2 things that they put on this for the intro. They put a fruity phrase on. And they put a love filter on. And with this love filter, you put the res up loads. I'm just going to right click this cut right here and just make it come in like this. They have an EQ on the lows, which is very weird. There we go. I create an automation clip on this as well and just make this go down. So it's kind of turning off. This phaser is bringing the actual 808 up. So we need to turn 808 down, right? All this for a flipping intro, right? There you go. There you go. Hard. And now for the second beat, we'll be focusing on a different sound from Southside. Think songs like Voodoo, Trapped in the Sun, and honestly, a lot of the production from High Off Life. Let's cook up. Now for this section, we're going to be making something kind of in the form of High Off Life. If you listen to the album, then there's more of a sort of mainstream sound that comes with the beats. These, they are dark, but they also have more of a mainstream appeal. So as you can hear on a lot of songs on the album, there are like strings and pianos and such. So we're going to start off with a string. It's going to augment the strings again because it sounds more like a bow sort of string. Here you go. Something like that. So now we have that. Let's layer that with another string on top. I want more of a sort of tremolo string to go with it, and that's kind of how you get that depth. So let's copy and paste that. That's not like that. And then we're going to pan them as well. So let's just bring these to 1 and 2. Bring this a lot to the left. This a lot to the right. Now let's get more pad sounds. I'm going to change these chords right here so it's not so repetitive, so it has a bit more of a progression. Maybe we just bring this across actually. Now we need some sort of vocals to go on top of that, so I'm going to go to a contact and just grab some vocals to go on top. It sounds like a flipping RuneScape theme tune or something like that, because we need to speed up. Let's bring this up to like 150. Let's mess around with the key as well. Let's bring it down like 5, I don't know. There you go. Yeah, definitely that low piano note. Let's make that follow the root note. Nah, there's something here. There's something here, man. Imagine this with some hard Southside drums. This would slap. So I'm gonna export this vocal out right here. Oh! Oh my days. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh yeah, we're sacrificing folks to this. That is crazy. I export the vocals out, right? I reversed it and pitched up an octave. I know I did that really quickly. It needs some like little piano in between. I think that's what's missing. I'm gonna make this sound a little bit off. So it sounds like it's actually being played, do you know what I mean? It needs some sort of vocal sample underneath it. Just type in vocal. Yeah, let me just get... What was that? Like one more vocal and I think we might be there. Or maybe this. Right, and then we're done. What if we put on the same mixing chain to number 6? Oh my days. Oh my days! Like, come on! Oh! Last thing, we just need a little synth bass to go underneath it. Oh my... Hold on. Yeah, nice. Oh, no! 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 Oh, for flip's sake. Now I'm going to have to bloody move it all again. Wait till I put these drums on. This is going to sound so good. Anyway, let's bring these hi-hats on. All right, yeah, let's go. And yeah, we just got to layer it like you normally would. I always like to bring it up one semitone. Like that. Now let's mix up these hi-hats a little bit. I'm probably just saying third beat thing here as well. Makes it even longer. Now, man, it's time for the 808. This is where it's going to start to slap. Oh, why did Aero decide to be a little bit shy? Transfers down to E minor. Okay. Good shot. Yeah, there we go. You know we have to put that snare roll in. So to do that, I'm going to go right here, line, change this to third beat. This is how you do snare rolls, man. So I've got this paintbrush tool now selected and I'm on third beat. Just chuck it in anywhere. Obviously not like that, but you know what I'm saying. Put it onto third step from third beat. Put it all the way across like so. Highlight that. Hold the right click on your mouse and bring that velocity up. And then you can also pan it as well. So I'm going to pan this how it comes in like this. by using the right button on my mouse and then just go boom, 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 boom. And now, also, if you think that's done, we click on this 808, make unique. This is something that Southside is known to do. And then we hold on to all these, do Command C, go to this 808 right here, Command V, and you got to make sure it's the right note. Yeah. Bro, I kind of liked it, how it didn't hit here. Like this. Woo. This is how that comes in. You ready?
Yeah! I go hard!